Hello, and welcome to Senior Wise Journey. Have you ever felt that the conventional wisdom about exercise just doesn't quite fit your life anymore? That the constant push for more intensity, more sweat, and more strain feels less like a path to vitality and more like an invitation to injury? If you're nodding along, you've come to the right place. In our culture, we're often told that fighting aging means fighting our own bodies. But what if the true secret to a vibrant, joyful life after 60 isn't about fighting at all? What if it's about listening, honoring, and moving with a gentle wisdom that only comes with experience? Today, we're embarking on a journey to redefine what it means to be strong, healthy, and full of life in our golden years. We'll explore 5 transformative practices that nourish not just the body, but the mind and spirit as well. These aren't about grueling workouts or pushing past your limits. They are about embracing a smarter, kinder, more holistic approach to well-being. This is your guide to unlocking a new chapter of energy, peace, and profound connection. This is your Senior Wise journey to a healthier, more fulfilled you. Part 1. The gentle power of purposeful walking. Let's begin with the most fundamental human movement, walking. We've been doing it our whole lives. But how often do we do it with true intention? In our youth, walking was a means to an end, getting to school, rushing to a meeting, chasing after children. But now, in the wisdom of our years, we can rediscover walking as a destination in itself. This is the heart of our first practice, walking with intention. Imagine the story of Ruth, a woman whose world had shrunk due to the persistent ache in her knees and hips. A former avid gardener, she found herself confined to her armchair, watching the seasons change through a window pane. Her doctor recommended exercise, and she pictured treadmills and jarring aerobics, a prospect that filled her with dread. Then, a friend suggested something simpler: just walk. Not for speed, not for distance, but for the sake of walking itself. Hesitantly, Ruth began. Her first walks were just a few steps down her driveway and back. She focused not on the pain, but on the sensation of her feet on the ground, the gentle sway of her arms, the cool morning air on her skin. She walked at a pace that felt kind to her body. Slowly, miraculously, things began to change. The short strolls became trips to the end of the block, then around the entire neighborhood. The chronic pain that had been her constant companion began to recede, replaced by a newfound sense of energy. She wasn't just moving her body, she was soothing her soul. Her walks became a moving meditation, a time to notice the unfurling of a rosebud, to greet a neighbor, to feel a part of the world again. Ruth's story beautifully illustrates that intentional walking is a powerful form of senior health tips in action. The science behind this is compelling. Research consistently shows that moderate, consistent walking offers a wealth of benefits perfectly suited for us. It improves cardiovascular health by strengthening the heart and improving circulation, which helps to lower blood pressure. It enhances mood by releasing endorphins, our body's natural feel-good chemicals, acting as a gentle antidepressant. For those of us with arthritis or joint concerns, walking is a perfect low-impact exercise. It helps lubricate the joints and strengthens the muscles surrounding them, which can significantly reduce pain and improve mobility without the wear and tear of high-impact activities. So, how do we practice this? Start small. Forget about 10,000 steps a day if that feels daunting. Start with 5 minutes. Walk to your mailbox and back. The key is consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your daily rhythm, like brushing your teeth. As you walk, bring your awareness to the present moment. Feel the rhythm of your breath. Listen to the sounds around you, the bird song, the distant laughter of children. Pay attention to the physical sensations of your body in motion. This isn't a race. It's a conversation with your body and the world. This journey is a core component of achieving a healthy life, health after 60-second. The simple act of placing one foot in front of the other, done with presence and intention, can be one of the most profound acts of self-care we can perform. It's the first foundational step on our Senior Wise journey to holistic well-being. Part 2. The supple strength of gentle yoga. Our second practice invites us to explore the ancient art of yoga, but perhaps in a way you haven't considered before. When many people hear yoga, they picture pretzel-like poses and athletic contortions. But the true essence of yoga, especially for those of us navigating life after 60, lies in its gentle, adaptive, and deeply restorative power. This is about embracing gentle yoga and discovering a new kind of supple strength. Consider George, a retired carpenter. For decades, his body was his primary tool. He lifted heavy lumber, bent into awkward positions, and took pride in his physical strength. But retirement brought a reckoning. The years of hard labor had left him with a stiff back, aching shoulders, and joints that protested with every movement. He felt trapped in a body that no longer felt like his own. When his daughter suggested a chair yoga class for seniors, he scoffed. Yoga was for flexible young women, not a gruff old carpenter. But the persistent discomfort eventually wore down his resistance. He went, expecting to feel foolish. Instead, he found a community of people just like him. Guided by a compassionate instructor, he learned to move his body in ways that felt supportive, not straining. He learned to synchronize his breath with gentle stretches, releasing tension he didn't even know he was holding. Sitting in a chair, he could still twist his spine, open his chest, and stretch his limbs safely. The change was gradual, but profound. The morning stiffness began to ease. He could bend down to tie his own shoes without a groan. More than that, he discovered a mental peace he hadn't felt in years. The focused breathing calmed his busy mind, and for an hour each week, he was able to simply be present. George's experience is a testament to elderly wisdom, knowing when to adapt our approach to physical fitness. The benefits George discovered are well documented. Numerous studies have shown that gentle and adaptive yoga can be incredibly beneficial for older adults. It enhances mobility and balance, which is crucial for preventing falls, one of the most significant health risks we face. By moving through gentle poses, we lubricate our joints and maintain the flexibility of our connective tissues. It is also remarkably effective at reducing chronic pain, particularly lower back pain, which is often caused by muscular tension and poor posture. Furthermore, the meditative aspect of yoga, the union of breath and movement, is a powerful tool for mental well-being. It helps lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol, reducing anxiety and promoting a sense of calm. For many, it can even improve sleep quality. This is holistic fitness. It's one of the most effective senior health tips because it addresses the mind-body connection directly. Ready to explore this yourself? You don't need a fancy studio or expensive gear. Start at home with a sturdy, armless chair. You can find countless free chair yoga videos online specifically designed for seniors. The goal is not to achieve a perfect pose, but to feel a gentle, pleasant stretch. Never push into pain. Listen to your body's feedback. It is your wisest teacher. Breathe deeply into each movement. Even 5 or 10 minutes a day can begin to unwind years of tension, restoring a sense of freedom and ease to your body and mind. A cornerstone of a healthy life health after 60-second. Part 3. Building resilience, not just raw strength. For our third practice, let's rethink our relationship with strength training. For much of our lives, strength was associated with lifting heavy weights, with the no pain, no gain philosophy. But as we accumulate wisdom and years, our goal shifts from building raw power to cultivating resilience. This is about building strength gently, preserving our capabilities, and ensuring our bodies can support us through all the activities we love. Let's meet Eleanor, a woman who had been a competitive swimmer in her youth and carried that athlete's mindset into her later years. She believed the only way to stay strong was to keep pushing, lifting the same heavy dumbbells she had in her 42nd. But her body started sending warning signals, a twinge in her shoulder, a sore lower back, joints that ached for days after a workout. She was caught in a frustrating cycle of exercising, getting injured, resting, and losing the very strength she was trying so hard to maintain. Her turning point came during a physical therapy session for her shoulder. The therapist didn't hand her a heavy weight. Instead, she gave Eleanor a lightweight resistance band and showed her a series of slow, controlled movements. Eleanor was skeptical. How could this flimsy rubber band possibly make her strong? But as she performed the exercises, she felt a deep, targeted engagement in her muscles she hadn't felt with the heavy weights. She was isolating and strengthening the smaller, stabilizing muscles that support the joints. She took this new philosophy home, swapping her heavy dumbbells for a set of resistance bands and focusing more on bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups and modified squats. She learned that true strength wasn't about how much she could lift, but about the quality of her movement. She built a new kind of strength, a resilient, functional strength that made everyday life easier. Carrying groceries, playing with her grandkids, and getting up from a low chair all became effortless. She felt strong, stable, and, most importantly, pain-free. This is the essence of a truly wise Senior Wise journey. Eleanor's discovery is backed by a mountain of exercise science. For older adults, low-impact strength training is a golden ticket to healthy aging. Its primary benefit is the preservation of muscle mass. After age 30, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass in a process called sarcopenia. Gentle strength training is the single most effective way to combat this, which is crucial because muscle is what powers our every move. This practice is one of the most vital senior health tips for maintaining independence. This type of training also enhances mobility and dramatically reduces the risk of falls. By strengthening the muscles in our legs, hips, and core, we improve our balance and stability. Furthermore, it supports bone health. The gentle stress that resistance training places on our bones stimulates them to become denser, helping to ward off osteoporosis. You can easily incorporate this into your life. Invest in a set of resistance bands with varying levels of tension. Start with the lightest one. You can perform curls, presses, and rows while seated in a chair. Bodyweight exercises are also fantastic. Stand facing a wall and do push-ups. Practice getting up and down from a sturdy chair without using your hands. This is a functional squat that builds tremendous leg strength. The focus should always be on slow, controlled movements and proper form. Remember, we are cultivating resilience, not training for a weightlifting competition. A few sessions a week are all it takes to build a stronger, more capable, and more resilient you, which is fundamental to a quality life health after 62nd. Part 4. The Life Changing Magic of Mindful Breathing. Our fourth practice is the most subtle, yet it may be the most powerful of all. It requires no equipment, no special location, and no physical exertion. It is something we do about 22,000 times a day, mostly without any awareness. We are talking about the simple, profound act of breathing. This practice is about moving from unconscious breathing to mindful breathing and discovering the life-changing magic it holds. Picture Bill, a former marathon runner and high-powered executive. His entire life was lived at a sprint. Even in retirement, he was restless, his mind always racing, his energy levels rising and falling like a volatile stock market. He felt a constant low-grade hum of anxiety, a feeling that he should always be doing something. He tried to relax, but his attempts watching television, reading only allowed his racing thoughts to get louder. His journey into mindful breathing began quite by accident. While waiting for an appointment, he picked up a pamphlet on meditation. It described a simple technique: sit quietly and focus on the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. With nothing else to do, he tried it. For the first time, he noticed the coolness of the air as he inhaled through his nose and the warmth as he exhaled. He noticed the gentle rise and fall of his chest. His mind still wandered, but each time it did, he gently guided his attention back to his breath. He only did it for 5 minutes, but when he opened his eyes, the world seemed calmer, clearer. The hum of anxiety had quieted. Intrigued, Bill made this a daily practice. Every morning, he would sit for 10 minutes and just breathe. The effects rippled through his life. His energy levels stabilized. His mind felt sharper, more focused. He became less reactive and more patient. he discovered a deep well of peace that existed right there within him, accessible with every single breath. This is the heart of elderly wisdom, finding profound solutions in the simplest of places. The physiological explanation for this is fascinating. When we are stressed, our sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, is activated. Our heart rate increases, our muscles tense, and stress hormones like cortisol flood our system. Deep, mindful breathing engages the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest response. It's like a biological off switch for stress. A few deep breaths can physically lower your heart rate, relax your muscles, and signal to your brain that you are safe. This is more than just relaxation. It's a critical tool for health. Chronic stress contributes to a host of ailments, from high blood pressure to a weakened immune system. By regularly practicing mindful breathing, we can mitigate these effects. It improves mental clarity, helps regulate our emotional responses, and can even lead to better cognitive function. For anyone seeking to improve their life health after 60 seconds, mastering the breath is a non-negotiable skill. How can you start? It's beautifully simple. Find a comfortable seated position. You can close your eyes or keep a soft gaze. Place one hand on your belly. Now, inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, feeling your belly expand like a balloon. Try to make your inhale last for a count of 4. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth or nose, feeling your belly gently contract. Make your exhale last for a count of 6. The slightly longer exhale is key to activating that calming response. That's it. That's the entire practice. Start with just 2 or 3 minutes a day. Don't worry if your mind wanders, that's what minds do. Just gently, without judgment, return your focus to the breath. This simple act is one of the most loving and effective senior health tips you can give yourself, a direct path to a calmer mind and a more centered life on your senior wise journey. Part 5. The vital nutrient of human connection. We arrive at our 5th and final practice, one that nourishes a part of us that no physical exercise can reach: our need for connection. In our journey through life, especially after retirement or the loss of loved ones, it's easy for our social circles to shrink. But nurturing connection is not a luxury. It is a vital nutrient for our minds and souls. This practice is about actively seeking and cultivating meaningful social engagement. Let's share the story of Arthur, an 83-year-old widower. After his wife of 55 years passed away, a profound silence fell over his life. The days were long and empty. He felt purposeless, a ghost in his own home. His health, once robust, began to decline. He had little appetite, slept poorly, and felt a deep, pervasive loneliness that was more painful than any physical ailment. He was fading. His son, worried sick, gently pushed him to join a book club at the local library. Arthur resisted. He wasn't a club person. But to appease his son, he went. He sat in the back, silent, listening to the lively debate about a historical novel. The next week, he went back. And the week after that, soon, he found himself offering a small opinion. Then, he was drawn into a friendly argument about a character's motivations. He started to feel a spark. Encouraged, he also noticed a flyer for a community garden. Remembering how much he and his wife had loved their garden, he signed up for a small plot. He found himself working alongside other retirees, sharing tips on tomatoes and complaining about pests. He was laughing again. He was sharing his harvest. He was part of something. Arthur's vitality returned. His appetite came back. He slept better, and the fog of loneliness lifted. He hadn't changed his diet or his exercise routine. He had changed his level of connection. His story is a powerful reminder that our senior-wise journey is not one we should walk alone. The science on this is unequivocal. Social isolation is a significant health risk, with studies showing it to be as detrimental to our health as smoking or obesity. Meaningful social interactions, on the other hand, provide incredible benefits. They reduce the risk of depression and anxiety, providing a buffer against life stresses. They keep our minds sharp, Engaging in conversation, listening to different viewpoints, and sharing stories is a fantastic workout for the brain, helping to reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. This is a cornerstone of a healthy life health after 62nd. Having a strong social network provides a sense of purpose and belonging, which are fundamental to human happiness. It reminds us that we matter, that our wisdom is valued, and that we still have much to contribute. So, how can we nurture this vital nutrient? Look for opportunities that align with your interests. Is there a local walking group, a senior center with card games or art classes, a church or community group that needs volunteers? Think about what you enjoy and find a group of people who enjoy it too. It doesn't have to be a formal group. Make a standing weekly phone call with a friend. Invite a neighbor over for a cup of tea. Use technology to video call with grandchildren who live far away. The key is to be proactive. Don't wait for connection to find you. Seek it out. It can feel intimidating at first, but like Arthur, taking that first small step can reopen the door to a world of engagement, laughter, and shared experience. This is one of the most important senior health tips of all. Feed your soul with friendship and community. As we bring our journey to a close today, let's reflect on the path we've traveled. We've rediscovered the simple elegance of an intentional walk, the supple strength of gentle yoga, the quiet power of resilient movement, the profound peace of a mindful breath, and the life-affirming energy of human connection. These 5 practices are more than just things to do. They represent a fundamental shift in perspective. They are an invitation to stop fighting time and instead to partner with it, moving through our golden years with grace, wisdom, and a deep sense of well-being. This is the heart of the Senior Wise journey. The lesson here is one of profound kindness to ourselves. It's about listening to the whispers of our bodies before they become screams. It's about choosing movement that nourishes, not punishes. It's about understanding that our mental and spiritual health are just as important as our physical health. You hold the power to make your later years your greatest years, filled with vitality, joy, and purpose. If this message resonated with you, please help us share it. Like this video, share it with a friend who might benefit. And be sure to subscribe to Senior Wise Journey for more content dedicated to living your best life after 60.